Close your eyes for a moment and picture the unimaginable. A woman who fought through a world that tried to silence her, who faced challenges that most of us couldn't even fathom. And yet, she rose. Not just to succeed, but to transform. This is the story of Viola Davis, an artist, an advocate, a force of nature. Every step she took was a step toward breaking down walls, not just for herself, but for all those who were never given a seat at the table. Her journey isn't just one of triumph. It's a living testament to what it means to stand tall in your truth, even when the world tries to push you down. Ready to be inspired? Stay with us. This isn't just her story. It's a story for anyone who has ever dared to dream, to fight, and to make their voice heard. Viola Davis's journey is a testament to resilience, passion, and the power of representation. Her achievements transcend awards. They resonate deeply with the human spirit. In 2017, she shattered barriers, winning an Academy Award for Fences and becoming the first Black woman in 36 years to claim the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. This victory wasn't just a milestone for Davis. It was a beacon of hope and possibility for countless others. Her Emmy win in 2015 was equally historic. Portraying Annalise Keating in How to Get Away with Murder, Davis didn't just play a role. She redefined how Black women are seen on television. Her groundbreaking moment as the first African-American woman to win Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series was a victory for authenticity and complex storytelling. Davis's artistry extends to the stage, where her performances earned 2 Tony Awards, one for King Hedley II and another for Fences. Each role she inhabits is imbued with raw emotion, connecting audiences to stories that linger in the heart long after the curtain falls. Viola Davis is more than an actor. She's a voice for humanity, a symbol of strength and a reminder of the extraordinary potential within us all. What makes Viola Davis's journey so profoundly moving is the raw courage it took to rise against the odds. Hollywood hasn't been kind to African-American actresses. For years, the stories they could tell were limited, one-dimensional, stereotypical, and often dismissive of their humanity. But Viola, she refused to settle. She didn't just walk through doors, she broke them down, paving the way for generations of Black actresses to come. Every step of her journey was a battle, a deeply personal fight against an industry that didn't know how to value her talent. But those struggles didn't stop her. They became her fire, her fuel, and every victory she earned, every stage she stood on wasn't just for herself. It was for every dreamer watching, wondering if they too could belong. Viola Davis isn't just an actress. She's a force, a voice for the silenced, a champion for the unseen. She reminds us all that no matter how many obstacles stand in the way, brilliance, passion, and truth will always find a way to shine. This isn't just her story. It's a call to all of us to see, to listen, and to believe in the extraordinary power of resilience and authenticity. Viola Davis's journey began on August 11, 1965, in the small town of St. Matthews, South Carolina, a place where dreams often felt out of reach. Born into a family of 6 children, Viola's childhood was steeped in poverty. Necessities were luxuries and survival demanded resilience. But even amid hardship, the Davis household was rich in something far greater: unwavering determination and a belief in the power of hope. Her parents, Dan and Mary Alice Davis, worked relentlessly. Dan trained horses while Mary Alice toiled as a maid. Despite their struggles, they instilled in their children a simple yet profound lesson. Hard work and education were their way forward. Mary Alice, in particular, became Viola's greatest inspiration, emphasizing that knowledge could open doors that poverty sought to close. For Viola, education became a sanctuary, a beacon of possibility. Mary Alice's words were a constant reminder that the life Viola envisioned was within reach, but only if she reached for it. The family's challenges, instead of breaking her, built in her a quiet resolve, an unshakable belief that adversity was merely the foundation for triumph. Viola's academic journey led her to Rhode Island College, where she pursued theater, a passion ignited during her formative years. But the road was anything but smooth. Financial hardships and the weight of societal expectations loomed large. Still, she pushed forward, pouring her heart into every class, every performance, determined to rise above her circumstances. It was during her time at Rhode Island College that a mentor recognized her extraordinary potential and encouraged her to audition for Juilliard, the most prestigious performing arts school in the country. This was a turning point, a leap into a world Viola had only dreamed of. At Juilliard, Viola refined her craft, but the experience was not without its challenges. She found herself surrounded by peers from vastly different backgrounds, often feeling like an outsider. But instead of retreating, she drew strength from her roots. Every struggle, every rejection became fuel for her artistry, adding depth and authenticity to her performances. Graduating from Juilliard in 1993, Viola entered the professional world, ready to face the uphill battle of carving a path in an industry where opportunities for Black actresses were scarce. The rejections were countless, but Viola refused to let them diminish her spirit. With every role, no matter how small, she delivered performances that spoke to her undeniable talent and unrelenting dedication. Her rise to stardom was not overnight. It was a slow, arduous climb. But with every step, Viola proved that greatness isn't about where you start. It's about how fiercely you fight to reach the top. Today, her journey from a small-town girl to a Hollywood icon stands as a testament to the power of resilience, the beauty of perseverance, and the undeniable truth that no dream is too big when your heart refuses to give up. Viola Davis reminds us all that the road to success is not without its trials, but it is those very trials that shape us, define us, and ultimately allow us to shine. Viola Davis's path to becoming one of the most respected actresses of our time wasn't an easy one. Born in 1965 in St. Matthews, South Carolina, she grew up in a world defined by hardship. Her parents, both hardworking and devoted, struggled to make ends meet. Her father worked as a horse trainer, and her mother, a maid, worked long hours just to ensure their family survived. Yet, amidst the challenges, Viola discovered theater, a sanctuary where she could escape, express herself, and dare to dream. Her journey to stardom was anything but straightforward. After moving to New York City to attend the prestigious Juilliard School, Viola faced an industry where the opportunities for a Black woman like her were limited and often relegated to stereotypical roles. It was a harsh reality, one that many would have accepted, but not Viola. She saw beyond the limitations of her circumstances and never wavered in her belief that her talent could break through. The early years were tough. Viola found herself fighting for every role, often being cast in minor parts that didn't showcase the full extent of her abilities. But with every rejection, she became stronger, more determined. She knew she had the potential to do more, to take on roles that spoke to her depth and range. And in 2001, with her Broadway debut in King Hedley II, she made the world take notice. She played Tanya, a character struggling with poverty and regret, and through her performance, she showed that she was ready for bigger, more complex roles. But even then, the journey was far from easy. Hollywood had a narrow view of what Black women could portray on screen. The roles that came Viola's way often felt limiting, boxed into stereotypes. Yet she kept pushing forward, refusing to be defined by the industry's limitations. Everything changed in 2008 with her role in Doubt. Viola portrayed Mrs. Miller, a mother caught in the turmoil of suspicion and moral conflict. The role required emotional depth and vulnerability, and Viola gave it all. Her performance was transformative, a true breakthrough that challenged the industry's perceptions of what a Black woman could bring to the stage. It was a pivotal moment, not just for Viola, but for the entertainment industry as a whole. She wasn't just playing a character. She was embodying a fully realized human being. Her performance in Doubt earned her critical acclaim and solidified her status as one of the most compelling actresses of her generation. It was a clear message. Viola Davis was a force to be reckoned with. Through every setback, every challenge, Viola Davis refused to be defined by the narrow roles the industry had set for her. She continued to push boundaries, redefine herself, and create opportunities for others who followed in her footsteps. Her story is one of resilience, determination, and a relentless belief that greatness is not determined by where you start, but by the fire you carry within. From the small town of St. Matthews to the grand stages of Broadway and Hollywood, Viola Davis's journey proves that nothing is impossible when you refuse to give up on yourself. In 2011, Viola Davis's transformative performance as Abilene Clark in The Help catapulted her into the spotlight and changed the course of her career. Set in the racially segregated South of the 1960s, the film struck a chord with audiences for its raw portrayal of Black domestic workers, particularly Black women who spent their lives raising white children while sacrificing their own. Davis didn't just act. She breathed life into Abilene, a character defined by quiet strength, unspoken pain, and a deep reservoir of resilience. Abilene's mourning for her son, her fierce protection of the children in her care, and her silent wisdom resonated with subtlety and depth. Every moment of her performance was layered with emotional complexity, turning a role that could have been one-dimensional into something profound and unforgettable. For Davis, Abilene wasn't just a character. She was a chance to give voice to the untold stories of Black women whose experiences had long been ignored by mainstream cinema. Through Abilene, Davis portrayed a dignity, strength, and humanity that had been overlooked, creating a performance that stayed with audiences long after the film ended. The impact of her work didn't go unnoticed. Davis received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress, a monumental achievement that marked a shift in Hollywood, highlighting the depth and range of Black talent. Her nomination was a breakthrough moment, where a Black actress was celebrated for portraying a multifaceted, fully realized character, defying the stereotypes that had long plagued Hollywood. While The Help sparked conversations about race and inequality, Davis's performance transcended the film's limitations. It reminded the world that Black women's stories could be told with nuance and complexity. In playing Abilene, Davis not only elevated the film, but she helped shift the narrative for future generations of actresses, proving that Black women's experiences deserve to be told with the same depth and emotional richness as any other. Through her portrayal of Abilene, Davis forever altered the landscape of Hollywood, opening doors for more inclusive storytelling. The success of The Help remains a milestone in her career, a cultural moment that forever changed the representation of Black women in film, inspiring future generations to continue breaking barriers and telling their own stories. Viola Davis has etched her name into Hollywood history, not only as an actress but as a powerful catalyst for change. Her remarkable journey has shattered barriers and redefined what it means to be a leading force in the entertainment world. Beyond the accolades, Davis stands as a symbol of authenticity, courage, and the relentless pursuit of equity. In 2017, Davis made history, winning the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her electrifying performance as Rose Maxon in Fences. This wasn't just a personal triumph, it was a cultural moment that echoed through Hollywood, as she became the first African-American woman to win in this category in 30 years. Her portrayal was a testament to the depth of Black women's stories that have long been hidden in the shadows. Her acceptance speech was an emotional call to action, urging the world to recognize the untold stories of Black Americans and elevate them to their rightful place in the spotlight. Davis's legacy was cemented even further in 2015, when she made another history-making move, becoming the first African-American woman to win the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a drama series for her role as Annalise Keating in How to Get Away with Murder. In a world where Black women were often left out of the lead roles, Davis shattered expectations, proving that complexity, intelligence, and strength are not limited by race. But her success isn't just in film and television. Viola Davis is a force in theater as well, earning multiple Tony Awards, including one for her powerful role in Fences on Broadway. Her performances have not only championed the stories of Black Americans, but have become a rallying cry for more authentic, diverse representation in every corner of the entertainment industry. What truly sets Davis apart is her unwavering dedication to representation and opportunity. Her platform is not just for herself. It's for every underrepresented voice in Hollywood. She's been outspoken about the barriers Black women face and the inequality that has long been embedded in the industry. In a groundbreaking 2015 interview, Davis said, "The only thing that separates women of color from anyone else is opportunity." Her words were a clarion call to Hollywood. It's time for change, and she's been leading that charge ever since. Through her production company, Juvie Productions, co-founded with her husband Julius Tenen, Davis has helped bring diverse voices to the forefront. Juvie has produced impactful films like Custody and The Last Defense, which shine a light on stories that have often been ignored. It's a platform that is reshaping the industry, one project at a time, creating opportunities and telling the stories of those who've long been left out of the narrative. Viola Davis doesn't just speak about change, she's living it. Her mission to create space for Black women and people of color is one that has transformed the landscape of Hollywood. She's not just rewriting the rules, she's creating an entirely new framework for success, one where talent and merit define the future, not race. Her groundbreaking work continues to inspire and empower future generations. Viola Davis is more than an icon, she's a movement. Through her roles, her words, and her unwavering commitment to justice, she's not just changing the entertainment industry, she's changing the world. Viola Davis's personal life is a living testament to the power of love, family, and unwavering perseverance. Married to actor Julius Tenen since 2003, their relationship has withstood the tests of time, growing stronger with each year. Together, they've built not only a beautiful family but also a powerful partnership, supporting each other both on and off the screen. In 2011, Davis and Tenen welcomed their daughter Genesis into the world. From day one, Davis has made it clear that motherhood is her most cherished role. She openly shares the joys and challenges of raising Genesis, emphasizing how she has always prioritized family above all else. To Davis, being a mother isn't just about guiding her daughter, it's about creating a home filled with love, hard work, and the kind of values that will shape Genesis into a compassionate, resilient individual. Davis believes that true success isn't defined by grades or accolades. It's about learning to love oneself and others. This is the foundation of the family values that she and Tenen have instilled in Genesis: kindness, empathy, and the ability to persevere through any challenge. Balancing her demanding career with family life, Davis shows the world that the love of a family is the strongest force she has, and she works tirelessly to ensure it remains at the heart of her journey. But Davis's advocacy extends beyond her own home. She's a powerful voice for mental health awareness, using her struggles with anxiety and depression as a platform to encourage others to prioritize self-care. She has shown that even someone as successful as she is can face inner battles, reminding her audience that mental health is just as important as physical health. Through her openness, she has created a space where people can feel understood and supported, no matter what challenges they may face. Viola Davis's journey is one of inspiration, showing the world that true strength lies in the ability to love deeply, fight for others, and take care of oneself along the way. Viola Davis is not just a star, she's a force of nature, driven by a deep sense of purpose to change the world. Her journey is one of relentless passion, unmatched strength, and an unwavering commitment to making a difference. She has used every ounce of her success not for personal gain but to uplift and empower others. This is her mission: to transform lives, to challenge the status quo, and to create a future where everyone, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to rise. Davis is a passionate advocate for education, believing that access to knowledge can change everything. Through her work with programs like Hunger Is, she's tackled child hunger head-on, knowing that no child should ever be denied the chance to dream big because of their circumstances. She's devoted herself to lifting up those who are often left behind, pouring her energy into causes that bring real change to communities in need. But Davis's impact doesn't stop there. She is a warrior for racial equality, constantly fighting for the stories of marginalized voices to be told with dignity and truth. She's not just breaking barriers for herself, she's paving the way for others to follow. refusing to let Hollywood continue to ignore the need for diverse, powerful representation. In every role, every speech, she shatters the stereotypes and shows the world the power and beauty of Black womanhood. Her advocacy for women's rights in Hollywood is equally fierce. She is a champion for women of color, not just in front of the camera, but behind it too. She's fighting for women to have the creative power, the influence, and the leadership they deserve. She believes with every fiber of her being that women, especially women of color, deserve to control their own narratives. When women are in charge of their stories, real change happens, and that's what Davis is working tirelessly to bring about. Her iconic role as Annalise Keating in How to Get Away with Murder was nothing short of groundbreaking. Davis didn't just play a character, she embodied a vision of strength, complexity, and unapologetic power. She showed the world that Black women can be the protagonists, the ones who lead the charge, who take up space, and refuse to shrink. With Annalise, Davis didn't just change television. She set a new standard, proving that representation matters and that the world is ready for more diverse, authentic stories. Viola Davis isn't just a symbol of success, she's proof that one person can change everything. Her journey is a reminder that greatness is about more than talent. It's about the impact you leave on the world and the lives you touch along the way. She is a beacon of hope, a champion for justice, and a trailblazer who is showing us all how to fight for what's right, for what's fair, and for what's possible. And so, as we close the chapter on Viola Davis's extraordinary journey, remember this. Greatness isn't found in the applause or the accolades. It's found in the courage to rise, the strength to speak, and the power to uplift others as you climb. Viola's legacy is a beacon that lights the way for all of us, showing that no matter where you start, your story can be the one that changes the world. So, as you take the lessons of her life with you, ask yourself, are you ready to push past the limits to stand up and make a difference because the world is waiting for your voice, your power, your story? Don't just follow the path, create it.